I'm a writer and artist, currently living in Hamilton. I grew up just outside of Edmonton, and we're filming this in Edmonton. And as part of a abuse trial that occurred almost a year ago today, my abuser was convicted. The abuse occurred at a boarding school called St. John's. This trial was difficult for me in ways that I was warned about, including being expected to tell a tightly contained version of a complex story. It was also difficult in ways that surprised me, including having to make my trauma suitable for the forms of a court via testimony, which flattened a nuanced lived experience into something stark. St. John's sought to violently impose what I imagined a man was, to turn small boys into grown men who thought only one way or felt only one way. Dr. Sheppard's abuse at the time felt different, quieter and more tender. The damage was not understanding how to be tender and about how that tenderness betrayed the appropriate boundary between teacher and student. I think that what I wanted out of this trial was to publicly state what happened to me, to make those private moments a matter of public record. I don't think it will improve my life for Dr. Sheppard to be punished by being sent to prison, where violence is still considered the only way of doing business. Sending Dr. Sheppard to prison would only perpetuate a cycle of cruelty and violence, and would be a violation of my hard-won ethics. I do not think that it is just to do violence to Dr. Sheppard. I do not know if he will ever admit to what he did. The courts and the jury have determined that he committed these acts. I want to unlearn the lessons of St. John's. I want to live in this ongoing carving of my unique self. Dr. Sheppard does not help that task. Until very recently, the justice system has made my life as a survivor of institutional violence more difficult, and I do not want that to be the case for anyone else, including my abuser. Thank you for your consideration.